Media One Cape Sports.
We start tonight with golf. The Cape chapter all Turkey Day matchups with the third annual Chowder Bowl featuring Nauset and DY. Both young squads have taken their lumps in the Atlantic Coast League this season, but of course, on Thanksgiving, you throw out the records, and both sides feel it's going to be a barn burner on Thursday.
I think that this is a type of game where we have an inexperienced offensive line against their inexperienced offensive line. I think, like in most games, it will be who's going to control the line of scrimmage and who's going to control the ball.
The records that we have, or the record that Nauset has, part of that comes down to the mistakes that we've made over the year. So the people that can hold on to the football and the people that can limit the mistakes, I think, are going to have a great advantage in the game.
Now, for the past 2 years, DY has hoisted the Chowder Bowl in victory, but with the game on their home field for the first time, Nauset is looking for a little payback.
DY knows how it is to lose, and they haven't had a taste of victory yet, and we're not going to give it to them.
Being Tim's last game, being Jesse's last game, being Peter's last game, it's going to be fun. I'm going to give it all I have for those kids and for myself and for the teammates, and it's going to be a showdown come Thursday.
This is a game we've always won. We hope to keep that going. It's been a rough season for the team, but hopefully Thursday will make it better, and we're hoping to play hard, and everyone's looking forward to it.
And there it is, DY and Nauset teed up in Eastham on Thursday at 10 a.m. And in North Eastham yesterday, the third annual Chowder Bowl, Nauset hosting DY. Tim Schneider gets the Warriors on the board first. 5-yard TD run and extra point makes it 7-zip and makes these guys extra happy. But in the second quarter, DY responds. Mike Redfield finds Jay Rishardi in the end zone. Nice throw, nice grab, 7-7 ball game. And that was the score at the half. In the third quarter, DY picks up where the cheerleaders leave off as Reggie Lanciani says, give me something we can groove to, and Redfield does, finding Bob Callahan on the run, and then Bob starts running himself. Look at him go. He shakes off two guys in the middle of the field, and he goes in from 29 yards out. The extra point was no good, but DY has the lead 13-7. However, on Nauset's very next offensive play, Pistol Pete O'Hara lays down his trump card. A nice little cutback, and he is gone. 64 yards for the touchdown. The Warriors try for two, but can't get it, so we still are tied at 13. And that's a score late in the fourth quarter, and with the ball deep in their own territory, DY fumbles. It's one of 4 big turnovers on the day, and this one hurts. Coming with under 4 minutes left in the game. On the next play, senior Mark McConnell goes to work, running hard. He takes it into the end zone from 10 yards out to seal the game. DY can't respond as Nauset wins a thriller, 19-13 the final.
My hats are off to their 3 senior players, Schneider, O'Hara, and McConnell, who really came to play. It was their last game on their field, and they did a great job. And they're good players, they're good kids, and my hat goes off to them. I know they put a lot of time and effort in.
I've been dreaming about this my whole life. The last 2 years, I've just been waiting for this, and this one's the big one. I mean, this is the one I'm going to remember, this one right now.
How's the Chowder Bowl feel?
This feels very nice under my arms. Teaching in the district, in the Dennis Yarmouth district, and having to come over here, I get called all kinds of names every now and then. And nobody's going to gloat, no one's going to go around bragging, but it makes it a little easy to walk in the hallways.
Keeping it moving at Sandwich High, Mashpee in town for the second Thanksgiving Day battle between the...
And now, Media One Cape Sports.
Well, some of the best figure skaters in the country are in Tampa, Florida, of all places, taking part in the U.S. Figure Skating Association's coach, including the last 6 at DY. Reggie Lanciani is hanging up his whistle. It's no secret that the Dolphin football program has struggled for years, and unfortunately was no different under Reggie, whose record at DY was 6-42-2. But Lanciani feels things are on the upswing and that he's leaving a program with a lot of potential.
We've got 27 lettermen coming back. We did not start a senior football player. The numbers are strong. Pup Warner is coming. The parents group is good. So I think we've left it in pretty good shape. Did I leave it a good time or a bad time? I think I've left some good people there and some good things in place so that the guy that comes in can pick it up and move with it.
And we asked Reggie what he'll miss most about leaving the sidelines after all this time.
The day-to-day coaching and the day-to-day interaction with kids is what I am going to miss. But you never know. I call myself an old guy, but actually, at 46, I still got some good years left in me, and you never know where I may turn up.
Well, from one coach stepping down to one coach stepping in, Harry Hyra is the new head coach for the Chatham girls hoop team.
And now, Media One Cape Sports.
The best volleyball team has 10 returning starters and an upbeat attitude. Now let's take a look at what else we can expect from the Warriors. The Nauset Warriors have endured quite a bit, both on and off the field, throughout their 5 years as a football program. First and foremost, on the field, Nauset finished 4-6 last season, which was their first year playing in the Atlantic Coast League, and the Warriors feel confident that this year's go-around in the ACL will go even smoother.
One of the things that we're excited about is we've tested the waters in the ACL. We had our first ACL win last year, which was big for us. We've got another Common Cape opponent in the ACL with Sandwich now and DY, so we've got 2 of them. And yeah, we know the league a little better now. It'll be it set the bar for us. It told us what we need to do.
Last year we had no idea what to go in against. A lot of us didn't really know what a high school football team was all about, and that was real. You could see that last year going to the ACL games. Now these kids know what the ACL is about. We know what we got to do.
What Nauset has to do first is play rival Cape Tech on Saturday in the highly anticipated Cranberry Bowl.
And they took it from us the first year. We've got the last 2 years. This being the 4th year, you know. I just love to go out with a win on the Cranberry Bowl. These kids have been looking forward to it ever since, you know, the end of last summer. They can't wait to meet Cape Tech on Saturday.
Every football team feels pressure to have a good season. Well, Nauset is certainly under pressure to have a good season because it may be their last.
Well, the football program at Nauset, after 5 years of self-funding, is coming before the Nauset School Committee for consideration in the school budget. We're hoping everything goes through with it. It's been a long 5 years of raising money, but we're a better team for it. We've gained a lot of character by having to work harder than anybody else has just to keep this program going, whether it's the parents, the coaches, the faculty, everybody involved. We've worked harder doing this, and I think we're a lot stronger. Not that we want to continue doing this, but we're a lot stronger.
Oh, I think they'll definitely have it go on. I don't see why not. It's been pretty positive around here. A lot of people involved. I don't see why they'd just get rid of it.
Obviously, I would think if they did, the feelings around here would be pretty dismal.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of unhappy people around here. Got rid of football. A lot of unhappy kids.
Once again, Nauset opens the season visiting Cape Tech on Saturday, and Coach Fife says quarterback Jason McDonald is a player that is going to turn some heads. Harwich native Peter Morgan rivals.
Turkey Day is among us, the day high school football players long for, the last day of the season, and the final day for seniors.
Tomorrow it's all about this helmet right here and this jersey and these kids. So, yeah, it's going to be a little emotional, but you got to deal with it.
It's a little tough. Been here for 4 years. I don't know how it'll feel until it's actually all over, so just looking forward to tomorrow.
Once tomorrow's come and gone, these guys can walk away knowing they've made an impact on the younger Warriors. What are some of the things the seniors have taught you?
Taught me keep my head up when I make a mistake, don't worry about it, and just get right back in it.
These guys are going to be right back in it for one last game when they face their rival, Dennis Yarmouth.
They're going to be just as hungry as we are. They're a fast team. They got pretty good speed. They've got a lot of people who played last year. They've taken their lumps the same way we have through the ACL. I think if you look at the scores of both games, you'll see that we match up very, very well against common opponents. And I just think it's going to be a great game. Should be very exciting.
Nauset and DY have played each other for the past 3 years. Right now, the series is 2-1 Dolphins. But the Warriors will be looking to even the score tomorrow.
So you got to look to even that out. I've played in all 3 of those games. And, you know, it was my freshman year. I lost, but I wasn't that much part of the team. But so my sophomore year was tough. My junior year so far has been one of the greatest days of my life. But, you know, you just got to go in there and give it all you got and hope for the best.
In Eastham, Philip Burton, Media One, Cape Sports.
And Nauset will look to even the score at DY tomorrow. That game's at 10 a.m. Can't believe I'm saying this on November 24th. There's two squads that are starting quite a Thanksgiving rivalry. The two clubs have struggled record-wise, but always play hard. It's DY hosting Nauset in the 4th annual Chowder Bowl. No score, second quarter. If you don't know, DY in the green, senior quarterback Mike Redfield dumps the screen pass to Matt Mullen, rumbling for the first down. Now on third down, Redfield deep in the pocket finds fantastic freshman Eric Woodbury. He shakes and bakes his way for the first down, a 15-yard pass play there. DY driving, ball on the 30. Redfield thinking red zone to Jay Rashadi. It's not going to happen. Travis Taylor comes up with a clutch interception for Nauset. Warriors take over on the 5-yard line. Senior quarterback Jason McDonald on the run, flips to senior Nate Ingram. A penalty on this play would bring it back. Game would be scoreless at halftime. Eventually, Nauset tells DY, no soup for you. Nauset takes the Chowder Bowl with a 20-6 win. We go to what else? More rain and mud, only this time of day. Nauset wrapped up their football season with a convincing 20-6 win over DY in the 4th annual Chowder Bowl. Evening the Turkey Day series at 2, and the Warriors finished with a 3-7 record in what could possibly be their last as a football program. Philip Burton reports.
A fall without football would be,
Really hard. I love football. It's a great game, so I don't know what I'd do.
Pretty boring, I think. Trying to keep some kids out of trouble, gets you doing something. And I don't know, I couldn't picture life without football here.
I don't even want to think about it in that terms.
Well, it's something the Nauset Warriors have to contemplate if the football team's expenses are not approved by the school committee for next year. What exactly has to happen in order to keep the program?
It's included in on the principal's budget. Principal Conrad has put football in on the budget. It goes before the school committee, and whether or not the budget is supported and funded is then up to the school committee and possibly the voters. So it's kind of out of our hands right now.
Obviously, both coaches and players are hoping Nauset can keep the program because of the impact football has had on their lives.
I mean, personally, I think they should keep it because I know that for myself, if I didn't have football in the fall, I would have made my life a lot harder.
How important is football, to you and to the school and to these guys out here on the field?
Some of these guys, it's the only sport they play, and it means almost everything to them. It means a hell of a lot to me.
And those kids, sophomores and juniors, they've been given 2 to 3 years now in the weight room, and they just give everything they got, and they love coming out here every day and giving it all. Hopefully, I don't see anything wrong why the school wouldn't adopt football.
Despite all the hoops they have to jump through and all the obstacles they have to overcome, Coach Fife says there's a good bet they'll still be here next year.
I feel really positive about the school supporting us and the school committee supporting us. There's been nothing but positives coming from the football program. And I think the townspeople, the administration, the school committee all understand that. And we understand that money's tight, and we understand that educational budgets are difficult at this time. But this program needs to be supported.
In Eastham, Philip Burton.
The Warriors totaled the most rushing yards, 397, since joining the Atlantic Coast League 3 years ago. So why has 3-1 Nauset been so explosive in the back start? Here's why.
Most teams don't bounce back from a tough loss like Nauset did. After getting defeated by Sandwich in convincing fashion, the Warriors did the same to Mashpee last Friday night, drilling the Falcons 31-20.
It was nice to offensively break out. We hadn't been able to do that the way we wanted to this year, and we felt that the inside running game went well for us. And it's nice to get, we had almost 3 backs over 100 yards.
And that's what has helped Nauset to a 3-1 start, their running game. The Warriors piled up 397 yards on the ground at Mashpee, and to have 3 powerful players, Ben Woods, Jamie Fife, and Chris McDonald in the backfield, and a strong offensive line, well, that's a plus for any football team.
Yeah, if they focus on Ben, then we can go to Chris on the outside, or Jamie, or I can just keep it and pass it and go to our wide receivers. So we like it when someone keys on one of our running backs, because then another running back can do well.
We have 3 very good weapons against the teams, and that's just really hard. It's really hard for an opponent to key in on just one of us because we have so many weapons.
The more facets we show offensively, the harder it is to prepare for us, and that's what we like.
Nauset is pleased with their start, but realized the season is far from over.
We have a tougher part of our schedule coming up, so we really have to prepare for that, but it's really good to come back from a loss like Sandwich and come back and do as well as we did against Mashpee.
We're confident in our ability to do the things we set out to do, but by no means are we letting this get to our heads. It's 3-1, but we still have only faced one other ACL opponent, and we lost that game.
But the Warriors do have an intangible not to be overlooked: Ben Wood's dreadlocks.
I don't know if it helps in running, maybe. It's an intimidation factor, so I don't know.
I think Ben Wood's size, 6'3", 220, is more intimidating than his hairdo. Tomorrow's Nauset Plymouth North game kicks off at 1:30 at Nauset.
AT&T 3 Cape Sports, brought to you by Sasuit Tennis Center.
Rivals Nauset and DY wrap up their seasons facing each other in the annual Thanksgiving Day matchup. The 4-5 Warriors possess size. 3-6 DY's strengths are speed and experience.
Really excited. We've worked a lot. We've had a good week of practice. We had last week off. Best season we've had in a decade. That helps. Coming off a win into Thanksgiving helps. We're just playing like a team now, finally.
They have momentum going for them right now. They played Plymouth North, and they did a really good job against them. And they're riding high right now. But I think they have momentum on their side.
Seniors. Finally, we are going into our last big game with the win, so that really helps.
I've been here for 3 years, and the past 2 years we haven't beat them. This year, I just want to take it to them. Seniors out there, last home game, won that. Now I just want to win our last game of the season, take it to them.
I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think it always is. Yeah. And, you know, the old saying, you can throw the records out on Thanksgiving. I think we might have a game like that now. It's been a good 4 years of playing them. We've really enjoyed. This will be our 5th year going in, and it's 2-2 right now. So this is kind of the rubber match.
Helped us all season. We've been smaller than a lot of the other teams we've played, but our speed has kept us in a lot of it. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of seniors on their team who know this is their last game, so they're going to up their level of play. It's because they know that this is their last chance to play a good game. So
They've definitely got some speed. That could possibly be dangerous. Their backfield's quick, and then they got a lot of experience on that team.
What do you think they have to look out for you guys?
We're balanced. You can't really pick a direction to look for against us. You got to watch out for the entire backfield.
I'm excited. It's my last game as a high school football player. I can't wait to play. It's just going to be what I've been waiting for forever. This is the game we all look forward to.
And the DY Nauset game kicks off at 10 a.m. at Nauset. Well, is there any doubt that Barnstable's Ashley...
Of high school previews as we fought the traffic and headed to Mashpee to talk to the boys soccer team. So what can football team has experience on their side this season? The Warriors lost only 2 players from last year's team and bring back a potent running game, which head coach Stu Fife is counting on.
We always want to be able to run the ball. We're primarily a running team, but I think this year we're going to be able to throw the ball a lot more than we have in the past. We've tried to just add to our offense. We've had the same guys to work with for about 3 years now, so it's made it really pretty easy for us.
Nauset plays in a very competitive conference, the Atlantic Coast League, which can be tough for a small school.
We're now the smallest school in the ACL, even with the new realignment. But I don't think we play like a small school in the ACL. I think we're going to surprise some people this year. We're looking for respectability within our conference, and the conference has changed completely. The outlook is really quite different.
The Y game, the Warriors enjoying their best season ever, while the Dolphins are rebuilding and mostly have played a JV schedule. There's DY. It's the 6th annual Chowder Bowl. I don't know what chowder has to do with Thanksgiving either. Nauset with a 21-zip third-quarter lead. Ben Woods dominated, 108 yards on the ground for the senior. He brings it down to the 18-yard line, and if it ain't broke, well, don't fix it. Woods again. This time it's a touchdown. His 2nd of the game builds up the Warriors' lead. Now 28-0 Nauset. Woods, he's going to have a heaping bowl of chowder after this one. Under 3 minutes left in the game. On a 4th and 2 on their own 18, Rich Klim fakes the handoff. It works. He's gone 80 yards. Give DY credit, a young, hard-working team, but still a 28-7 Nauset lead, and the Warriors win by that score. The 4th straight Nauset win over DY in 6 Chowder Bowls, a 7-3 record for the Warriors.
It's a great feeling. I mean, it's sad because it's my last game, but there's no way I'd rather end it than this.
It's the 5th Cranberry Bowl, winless Mashpee hosting. Nauset football player signs a full scholarship. Mike DeVito recently signed his letter of intent to attend the University of Maine. DeVito will play defensive end for the Black Bears.
Nauset to do it. It's a big honor, but I couldn't have done it without my coaches and my players. So, a lot of them in the weight room, a lot of practice. Very good school. They went 8-2, third round in the championship. So that was another reason to pick them up. It was just, it was a great honor. It was a big thing, one of the biggest things in my life so far.
Made himself a tremendous football player, built himself up, worked as hard as any kid we've ever seen. And it's nice to see kids get something when they deserve it like this. We're very proud of Mike. I am personally proud of Mike having him come through the program, and this having been our 7th season that we've had so far, and to finally have somebody who's reached this level. We expect more players to come along this level.
DeVito was also recruited by Army, and he will join fellow Cape standouts Clinton Brown and Stephen Gomes at Maine. The Barnstable girls basketball
And we're trying to find them.
Is it that deep?
He's my boy.